Na ayamabawa oma hiromonfa enti enkradian me ka hye asoja force omunja ansa na nhwem.
Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, President John Dramani Mahama, orders immediate suspension of military recruitment in the Greater Accra region following the death of 6 people at the Elwak Sports Stadium. Tonight, we bring you details of this tragic incident. Also coming up on Eyewitness News, over 300 people arrested in Hidiem and Kenyase in the Hafo region weeks after a mob attack on members of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations NIMOS. And later on Eyewitness News,
the Interior and the National Security Minister, and that they were going to verify and carry out checks to know exactly where that video is emanating from. So,
Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa announces investigation into viral video where officials of the Ghana Immigration Service were seen dragging U.S. deportees out of their hotel rooms. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM on this and other stories on Eyewitness News. Coming up in business.
Business community advocates long-term funding mechanisms ahead of 2026 budget presentation.
Eyewitness News is live on affiliates across the country. Around the globe, we are on citinewsroom.com. Talking about affiliates.
In the Upper West region, we are Tumpani Radio 88.5 in Nadoli and Jirapa 96.1 FM. In the Upper East region, we are Recast 92.1 FM in Bongonamo and Mike 105.3 FM in Navungo. Now in the northern region, we are North Star Radio 92.1 in Tamale, and in the northeast region, Nobia FM 98.1 in Nalerigu. Moving to the western region, we are Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM, both in Takrade. In the Ashanti region, we are Focus 94.3 FM and Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. Moving to the Volta region, we are Stellar Radio 97.1 FM in Dabala and Holy FM 98.5 in Aflao. In the Savannah region, we are Kasha 99.5 FM in Damongo.
You can join the program with your WhatsApp messages, and the number is 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Fafa has our first story.
The Ghana Armed Forces has suspended its ongoing military recruitment exercise at the Elwak Sports Stadium in Accra following a directive from President Mahama. The suspension comes after a stampede at the venue where thousands of young people had gathered in a bid to enlist into the armed forces. 6 persons have been confirmed dead, while 22 others are receiving treatment. Speaking at the launch of the Nkukwanketinketi Poultry Initiative in Kumasi, President Mahama expressed regret over the incident and revealed that a similar occurrence in Kumasi had also left 1 person hospitalized.
Kabasi yafa soldier anase yafa police anadidia go say ni aye lukum won't she obehwa na eyi nipa say omoko for training ntabra ye bontoa ansa ne ebeto 2024 abatwo no e shebo say seba kabase yafa soldier na police yɛde betu dwa na region bia yama yamabu na kwenya na omoso ometimi abepre se ne be ya ombenya se dwuma ni bia ye ampanso ye bie adia ye friend portal ente mabu bi ekosa fidie no so eko register ente ne na nke wo se ye sha ase na yehwe omwoma ni omho sene omho de sitie ene sanyo mani na ntano pay region bia ye kire omo bebia e wo so omuhia na Accra akoye kropon no ese nipa dodo a epie yese omohwe se adwuma no omo do so yie na aho prepare ne ade a ehya ase abra ye bie gate no se nipa enremu no ma nipa ni bebre de ahoden epia se omokom omanim etimi enremu na arehosem ne se ebi ehwe ase emye titia omoso na menemo ka sei se na yenya ntiye nipa ensia ya mabunu ahwere ɔmo nkwa na dumienu bi nso ɛda hospital a ɛkyɛ sɛ ayɛ den nso yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ ɔmo ho bɛtɔ ɔmo na nyame ɛnya awerɛho ama ɔmo nti meka sɛ soja mpanyinfoɔ ama yɛ so ate sɛ yɛmma nsia ɔmo nyinaa ɛyɛ mmabaawa ɔmo ahwere ɔmo nkwa ɛnsɛ Kumasi ha nso biribi kakra saa siɛ a ɛkyɛ sɛ nipa baako ɛmsɛ wɔkura dendenden a ɔda ayaresabea ɔno nso yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ obenya ahoɔden na nyame ɛho no mmɔbɔ nti nkrandeɛ no meka hyɛ asogyafoɔ sɛ ɔmo ngyae ansa na yɛnhwɛ mu na yɛnyɛ nhyehyɛ foforɔ sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a
You heard President John Dramani Mahama. Now a quick translation of his remarks over there. When it comes to recruitment into the security services, people often don't hear about it until after applicants have been selected and are heading for training. Before the 2024 elections, I promised to change that. So, when the process was announced, many young people applied. Every region is currently conducting the same exercise, but the situation in Accra was different because of the large turnout. Unfortunately, a stampede occurred, resulting in 6 deaths, while 22 others are receiving treatment. I have also been informed that one person is on admission here in Kumasi after a similar incident. I have therefore directed the Ghana Armed Forces to suspend the recruitment exercise until further notice. Those are remarks coming from President John Dramani Mahama.
In all this, the acting Minister of Defense, who is also the Minister of Finance, Dr. Kessler Toforsin, was in Parliament to brief MPs on the situation.
Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Armed Forces announced recruitment and enlistment processes about a month ago. Mr. Speaker, the application process closed last Friday, 7th November 2025. All potential applicants were duly notified to appear at their chosen regional recruitment centers for documentation verification today. Right Honorable Speaker, and this was for them to go through body selection. Mr. Speaker, this year's recruitment exercise is being conducted simultaneously across all regions. Indeed, it was a system designed to decentralize the process, reduce congestion, ensure transparency and fairness, as well as to ensure accessibility nationwide. Unfortunately, despite these measures, a stampede occurred at the LWAC facility in Accra. I regret to report that there were 34 persons who were direct casualties, some of whom are potential recruits, and others, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, are not related to the enlistment at all. Mr. Speaker, out of these 34 casualties, 6 persons have been confirmed dead. Mr. Speaker, 5 are critical, and as we speak, they are at the ICU. Right Honorable Speaker, 12 are fairly critical. Mr. Speaker, the rest are stable and under observation. Additionally, there's a reported case of one person hospitalized at the Kumasi Recruitment Center, though that incident is unrelated to the stampede in Accra. Mr. Speaker, in light of this development, the Ministry of Defense has halted the recruitment process in Accra until further notice. I wish to assure honorable members that in all other regions, the exercise is progressing smoothly and without incident. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Defense deeply mourns the loss of life and extend condolences to the affected families. We are working closely with the Ghana Armed Forces, medical teams, and law enforcement agencies to provide full support to the injured and to investigate the circumstances that led to this tragedy. Mr. Speaker, as a result, the Ghana Armed Forces has instituted an internal board of inquiry to investigate the causes of this unfortunate incident. Right Honorable Speaker, the safety and dignity of applicants remains paramount, and the ministry will take every step necessary to prevent reoccurrence of this matter. Mr. Speaker, I so submit.
You were the acting defense minister and minister of finance, Dr. Kesel Ato Force. Meanwhile, the commander of the 37 military hospital, Brigadier General Evelyn Vivian Abraham Kobler, has been giving details of the number of people who are admitted at the hospital, the number of people who died from this incident.
The casualties we have that came through were 28 in number. Those who are dead are 6 and not 12. Those who are critical and are in ICU are 5. We have 12 who are fairly critical. The rest are stable.
You are the commander of the 37 military hospital, Brigadier General Evelyn Vivian Abraham Koba. Let's go to the phone line and speak to Peter Tobu. He's the Vice Chair of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament and also the Member of Parliament for the Wa West constituency in the Upper West region. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Generally, what do you make of this incident that took the nation by surprise today?
Thank you very much. Good evening to your cherished listeners. And let me say good evening to the Acting Minister of Defense, my good friend, the Honorable Minister for Finance, Honorable Dr. Ato Forsen. Today is really a day that shook all of us. Parliament was quiet, Parliament was mourning, and every Ghanaian couldn't just take it sleeping. What happened today is a sign of the desperation and the aggression of the youth of this country in search of employment. What happened today is a sign that we need to do something new in terms of procedure, very particularly recruitment procedures, to lessen the pain and the energy required to go through these kinds of recruitment. What happened today, and let me convey my deepest condolences to the Brit families and wish the injured speedy recovery, wherever they are. It is a sad day, and for me in Parliament, when I was speaking, I made it very, very clear that this should never happen again. And lucky enough, the Acting Minister of Defense came and said, the Ministry is doing everything possible to ensure that this is never repeated anytime again.
This is not the first time we are seeing young men and women queuing at the Elwak Sports Stadium in their bid to get enlisted into the Ghana Armed Forces. Over the years, we see them queuing. What different thing can we do so we don't see men and women, young men and women queuing at the Elwak Sports Stadium? Because as you can see, that has been the trend over the years.
Two quick things. The young men and women that have been queuing over the years, the numbers might be the same, but the character has changed. Because 10, 20 years ago, when you find young men and women queuing looking for a job, there is hope elsewhere that if the one doesn't work, I will try elsewhere. But today, when you find 20, 30,000 young men and women queuing, sometimes it's not just actually the job that they're looking for. They're just actually looking for something that will earn them a salary. In the army, they'll tell you, going to join the military is a calling. If you are called, you will love it. But if you just go there because of the salary, you will never enjoy the work. But today we have gotten to a point that any type of job that you can get to earn a salary, please go for it. So you see, a lot of them are out there and they are so desperate because they don't believe that if you miss this opportunity, there's anything elsewhere. So the limited opportunities in the employment environment create a lot of pressure for our young people. And that is why we say unemployment within the youth bracket is the greatest national security threat. So what we've seen this morning, the level of aggression, and when you look at the videos, what they were doing, whatever they had to do to get into the center of the stadium where things were happening, they want to do that, scaling walls and do all kinds of things. It tells you that you and I, we need to think differently, very particularly. The number of students who are churning out from schools, if you go to school and you complete, everybody is completing school without employment in the government sector. The certificate you hold cannot give you any innovation to survive on your own. And that is a question that we need to answer at the national level. But what happened, I am sure, as the minister has said, it took everybody by surprise, because for you to see soldiers who are recruited and you have gone to join the queue, hoping to be recruited, and the kind of thing that we saw that was happening out of desperation, I think it is time for us to change our procedures And I think that this innovation is nothing new. If you go to the police, just a year ago, what happened was they introduced something that was so simple that if you are going to deal with 2,000 people a day, you can actually stagger them over a period of probably 8 hours without them coming to box up at one point. And it was very peaceful. So I think that with technology and the fact that you can call for data and get it and plan with the data, things can change going forward.
Does it mean as a nation we have failed to create the needed jobs for our teeming youth? The more reason why we are seeing these young men and women desperate to find a job, not necessarily, an interest in the military.
The fact is that in the past you would never even see these transparent recruitment processes. And that is how come people have bottled up the pain and the frustration. And now that it has become so open, so transparent, and anybody at all can just go and join the queue. Everybody from any angle who believes that there is an opportunity, they are all there. People who have not gotten employment for the past 10 years. People who were dreaming of completing school 8 years ago and getting a job and still has not gotten a job. All of them think that this is the opportunity. So a pile-up of frustration, a pile-up of unemployed youth for the past 10 years have all bunched up, and that is what we are seeing now. So it is a pressure that has been built up over the years, and it is just showing that this is the tip of the iceberg. There is so much pressure for jobs, and I think that government will do whatever we can to ensure that within the next year or two, this pressure will be reduced.
Mr. Tobo, you are a security person, considering your background. As of last night, we were told that over 500 people had queued at the Elwak Sports Stadium waiting for today. Is it that our Ghana Armed Forces did not pick up enough intelligence that this is likely to happen?
30 years ago, when I was going to join the Ghana Police Service, I went to the police training school as early as 1 a.m. So it's been a trend. For that aspect, there's nothing new. People were at the Elwak Stadium as early as 9 p.m. yesterday, waiting to get the opportunity to join and probably be attended to quickly before they go back home. So the desire to get in there and they hope to be handled quickly and for you to go back home makes people to want to go there very early. So whatever it is, even today, if you ask them to come back tomorrow, I am quite sure by 10 p.m. tonight, when you go there, you see people hanging around, hoping to get the opportunity to enter first and be handled for them to leave. But the point is, when they are together and there is so much pressure, it can create stampede. It is not the crowd that is the problem. It is the stampede that resulted out of the crowd that caused the problem. Even though we have handled crowds bigger than this and there has never been any problem. I am not sure that if you go to the Accra Sports Stadium and you see over 40,000 people in the stadium, people are going to die. No. But when there is a stampede, it becomes more complicated. This was as a result of a stampede. It's not just necessarily the numbers.
The Ghana Armed Forces says going forward, we may not, see, this thing. But then as to the timeline, we do not know. But in the event that we see this, let's say next year, where we have these people also gather again at the Elwak Sports Stadium, what recommendation will you give that we don't go through what we have gone through today?
The Ghana Armed Forces have done so well this year in the area of decentralization. And simultaneously, it's ongoing in all the centers. The Accra center was very loaded, and probably next year they should be able to decentralize, looking at numbers, that no center should be above a particular figure. Said that the Accra center that was about 20,000, you can have about 3 or 4 different centers in Accra alone, just to be able to make sure that decentralization respects numbers, and those numbers will enhance the opportunity for people to go and get the job done in a day. The other issue is that it is not just possible to use technology. If you call the data from the software that was used in the recruitment process, the data will speak to you, and you appreciate the fact that even before the day of the recruitment, you know how many people are going to a particular center, and you can stagger the process. Last year, as I told you, when the police were doing their recruitment and they had those numbers, what they did was simple. Somebody is supposed to report at 6 a.m., a group of people will report at 8 a.m., 2 hours interval, and they stagger them throughout the day. So you will never have a point where you have about 3, 4, 5,000 people gathered at a particular point in time. And this is a simple process that we can probably adopt, and as we go forward, we streamline it, and then things can get better.
I'll say a big thank you for your time, Honourable Member of Parliament for West, Peter Tobo, who is also the Vice Chair of the Defence and Interior Committee of Parliament. This is Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra.
This news, be there as it happens.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Who cry is calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. A few of your WhatsApp messages. As a nation, we must draw vital lessons from the incident to prevent future occurrences. Every life lost in service to our country is a national loss, and we owe it to them to strengthen safety measures and ensure accountability where necessary. This is coming from Daniel in Sandema. Baba Chairman in Tamale says, condolence to the 6 families and speedy recovery to the injured ones. The president must be careful and ensure that we do not do politics with this incident. The unfortunate happening at the Elwak Sports Stadium must make the authorities to come to the reality that job situation in the country is a national security threat. How Ajoski in Tema says, How I wish all these were not, or all who were not hospitalized should be have automatic entry into the Ghana Armed Forces. Those who died, their families are to nominate one person each to replace them and join the army. Mr. President, we need you to do this immediately. Prince Nuruddin Baumia in Boku says, a very sad development. The directive by the president to suspend the military recruitment is in the right direction and will help save lives of potential recruits. Nicholas in Aflao says, please, I think they should have a way of doing their recruitment process in really bad way for citizens to pass away is not good. Very soon, the rest of the security service will open their portal for recruitment process. Please, this should not happen again. We must take lessons from it. A final one from Father SK from Kenya Kumasi says, if we have taken the issue of digitization seriously in the recruitment of people in our government institution, the souls of the military will not have died. We need to do better as a country. This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Let's just stay with this matter because a former defense minister, Dominic Nito, has also been speaking on this matter. For him, there should be a nationwide suspension of the recruitment exercise for thorough investigations into the incident.
I thank the leadership. I'm treading a very fine line because I just left the place. And you know that the military is a very disciplined institution. And I would have wished and prayed that this didn't happen to the military. But unfortunately, we are where we are now. And so I'm treading cautiously. And as you also know, most of my predecessors have not had the opportunity to sit in parliament after leaving that office. So they virtually kept quiet. So I have to always juggle between and mind how I carry myself because of the position that I held. So, Mr. Speaker, I say, and I still repeat, that I support the position that we should hold the whole process and review it. 2, I also think that the minister should come and brief us. And I'm happy he said he's briefing us on only this particular thing. But I said that if he briefed us on the 3 key things that happened, it would have helped us. Especially the report that just came. It will have helped the nation and all of us because we are representing the people. Once they brief parliament, we have briefed the nation. And thirdly, the other security agencies who also do recruitment. It's not just the military. They have also started advertising. And their numbers are even bigger than that of the military. And so we anticipate that the problems that we are seeing today, if the Minister for Defense and the Minister for the Interior do not sit to see how they can make sure that they reform the process, we may be getting worse situations, and we don't want that to be repeated. So I'll urge both ministers to look at how they will go about their intakes, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't get this repetition of issues any longer. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, this only tells us that we have a big problem in the country. Yes. A problem of unemployment. Big problem. And Mr. Speaker, the earlier the political class plus the leaders of this nation do something about it, the better for us. Because if young men all across the world, it's difficult to get people to serve in the military. People in US, people literally had to be begged to serve in many militaries. And today, young men and women are all rushing just because they want to serve in the military. I don't know whether it's for job purposes they are doing that or it's just the love of serving in the military. That is happening. But I will lean towards the fact that people want to survive. People want a job. And Mr. Speaker, I can say that we have a big problem of unemployment. And these teeming youth who are outside, between the ages of 21 when they have completed school and 25, if we don't do something about them, Mr. Speaker, this nation called Ghana, we may regret one day. I don't know when, but I can say that it's easier or it is better for the political class to think together. And I like the way you said we should work together. We should work together and find a solution to it immediately. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, we may regret. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You are the former defense minister, a member of parliament for the Bimbilla constituency, Dominic Nitiwo, speaking on the floor of parliament. Let's go to the camp of the New Patriotic Party, the youth wing, and they've issued a statement on this particular incident. National Youth Organizer of the party, Salam Mustafa, joins us on the telephone line on this matter. Mustafa, thank you very much for your time. You say in your statement, and I quote, that we are by this statement calling on the caretaker minister in charge of defense to immediately cause an investigation to be launched into this issue. And the questions you are asking, what crowd control measures were put in place? Why was this not done properly so we don't record the incident that we are recording? Why do you think there's a need for proper investigations and the questions you are asking?
Thank you very much, Sami Rafi, for having me, and good evening to your cherished listeners. Sami, as you are very much aware, we have done so many recruitment exercises over the period. NDC, a number of them, the NPP has done a whole number of them. Of us can attest to the fact that this is the first time we are recording fatalities as far as enlistment into the army is concerned. That is a matter of record. We cannot sweep some of these things under the carpet. And it is for good reason that we think that investigations should be launched into this issue and the circumstances unraveled so that the recurrence does not happen in the future. Young people seeking employment opportunity or the dream to serve their nation shouldn't end up in peril like we have seen today. And as a youth leader, I think I will do my nation a huge disservice if I do not add my voice that we do things properly. I listened to the former defense minister not long ago. Indeed, earlier today, I decried the circumstance of unemployment in this country. In fact, Sami, you know me very well. Over the period, I have been very focal on youth unemployment. It is a ticking time bomb in this country. And today's event should be a crude awakening to all of us. And that's why I think that a proper investigation into the incident would help all of us. Because over the period that we have done this enlistment, we have seen how the processes have gone without these incidents, happening. What happened for us to record such a fatal incident today? What were the crowd control mechanisms, measure put in place? I am told that the army expected 21,000 people today. How the LWAC facility could contain 21,000 people, this is my imagination. And that's why some of these errors being done should properly be put in context, such that there's a documented work put together that these are the mistakes we have done and that we do not repeat them. Then, Sami Rafi, in today's era, 2025, with so much technology, AI, and so on and so forth, I do not think that, it is beyond our capacity, especially a disciplined institution like the Ghana Armed Forces, to use technology in getting people to come and do enlistment over the period, as I have known, and dealt with these recruitment exercises. Under the ex-war MPP administration, people who filled the online application, you get either qualified or unqualified, status. Then you get a text message to show you when you are supposed to come for body selection and all that. After body selection, you are given a text message on when you should, come for medicals. So all of these things were done methodically to avoid, the crowding of people that we saw today, which unfortunately has led to a disaster. So our call is in the spirit of protecting young people as we juggle through the myriads of problems that confront us as young people in this country, so that we do not add, to the pain of having to live without employment, and that in going out to seek for opportunities to take care of ourselves, employment, and to save our nation, we don't come back, dead, and we don't end up in peril. And that's why we issued the statement. I as a youth activist, cannot sit unconcerned when issues that border on young people occur. And that's why if you follow my page very well, anything that has to do with young people, I comment, because it is who I am. And once I remain a young person, I'll continue to be an advocate of young people and the issues that affect us.
There are many who have said that, and as you mentioned, the Rock Sports Stadium was, quite a small place to accommodate the number that you mentioned. There are others who have also proposed that maybe in future we may want to consider the Accra Sports Stadium or the Independence Square, which is a bigger space to accommodate a large number of people who may want to, come in for the body selection.
Absolutely. We have bigger spaces to contain such numbers. But like I mentioned already, we have plethora of tools available to us to make these, processes seamless. And I don't know why we cannot deploy them. Like I mentioned already, under the NPP, the recruitment exercise saw the first time, going online to do the application, and also the sending of text messages to direct people on what to do. You can even, have phone banking where applicants, people are called to be given further directions on what to do. All of these things are available to us. Emails and so on and so forth. We are in the era of artificial intelligence, AI, so much, technology in today's world. So it shouldn't be difficult for us to improve on how things are done. And if you permit me, I was listening to the Honorable Peter Tobu, and he mentioned that this is the first time there's a transparent and open, enlistment, going on. And so that is not true. That is an absolute falsehood. All the recruitment processes done under the XY MPP administration were all advertised. So I find it very difficult that we are trying to, introduce politics into it. And if you read my statement carefully, I avoided the temptation to be political. And that's why we left it in the format that it is, so that we are not seen to be doing politics with the demise of young people who are my compatriots and colleagues. I resisted that temptation.
Okay.
And I think that it will serve the NDC well that they do not invite us into the realm of politics. It is not true that this is the first time there is open announcement for enlistment into the military. It has always happened, and I can give you references to all the publications.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Enlistment.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Salam Mustafa is the National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, MPP. This is Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. We go for a quick break. When we come back, over 300 people arrested in Fidiem and Kenyase in the Afo region, weeks after a mob attack on members of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations, NIMOS.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck, or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you, or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number, or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
One ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
My hands are champion, creating temptation, 100% natural kibo, ginger, garlic, onion, no salt, no MSG, no preservatives, steam them natural, chicken, fish and meat, yes,
Kivo 3 in 100% natural ginger, garlic, onion powder, incredible aroma, champion taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Ginger, garlic and onion, 3 in 1 Kivo.
Flight 715 is now boarding.
Welcome to the Stanbic Bank app that makes you live a lot more like
topping up my electricity before ECG do me yawa.
That's smart. And you have to send mom money. Forgot?
Easy. We'll just transfer from the app.
We are about to take off.
Okay, let me also enable my travel notice.
It was that easy, huh?
Complete. Now I can use my card abroad without it getting declined.
Hey, you forgot to pay your water bill. The guys are outside to disconnect.
Wait a minute. Water bill payment? Done.
Why you lucky?
Charlie, my Stanbic Bank app sorting me back to back.
Level up and do more with the Stanbic Bank app. Download now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call 0302-815-789 to get started. Stanbic Bank.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun. Until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Adeng.
Ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Before we do some other story, just a quick story coming in that the Speaker of Parliament, Agboban, has donated an amount of 100,000 Ghana cedis to cover the medical expenses of persons involved in the stampede at the Elwak Sports Stadium during the military recruitment today. During a visit to the victims at the 37 military hospital, accompanied by the leadership of Parliament, Mr. Bagwin stressed the urgent need to review the current recruitment processes and undertake a comprehensive reform of public sector recruitment procedures. For some other stories.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says investigations are underway to verify the authenticity of a viral video showing immigration officers forcibly removing U.S. deportees from a hotel in Accra. Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa stated that national security has been tasked to trace the source and confirm the facts surrounding the footage. Addressing the press, the ministry assured that public that an official statement will be issued once verification is complete to clarify the situation and address any misinformation.
The video came to our attention last night, and so I promptly called the Minister for the Interior and the National Security Minister if it is a verified video and if it has come to their attention. He indicated that it has also just come to his attention and that they were going to verify and carry out checks to know exactly where that video is emanating from. So this conversation took place only last night. I'm waiting for feedback. I haven't heard back from the Minister for the Interior, who is also the National Security Minister. So if we do get the confirmation of the verification National Security is conducting, we will definitely have a response for you. But for now, the position is that National Security is verifying, they are checking the authenticity of that video, and once that is concluded, I'm sure that you will hear either from us or the minister in charge of government communications on really what the situation, what the facts surrounding those circumstances are, and what government response is officially.
You are the Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. And
in a short while, we'll speak to the Deputy Ranking on the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, Nana Safo-Gyaye, on this video, which has gone viral. I'm told here he's on the telephone line. Nana, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure you've seen this video. As a ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, what do you make of it?
So, let me first and foremost appreciate you for calling me and then say a very good evening to your listeners. I mean, our position, my position, that of the minority's position on this matter is one that is known. We could have avoided this thing. In fact, it was something which as a nation, we could have gone through it in a very better and much more diplomatic way. But, I mean, the ministry or the minister and the government chose to go into a quid pro quo with the U.S. Okay, so there is a visa sanction on us, so we will accept your deportees so that you can lift our visa sanctions. They did. But you see, they have the numbers. Ghanaians have voted for them. But the minority, myself, my ranking, Honorable Abujinapo, we insisted that, look, bring the documents to Parliament. Bring the agreements to Parliament so that we even get to know what role is Ghana playing. What are we expected to do when the deportees get to Ghana? What is our role? We don't even know. So I made a mention to the fact that, look, the same humanitarian grounds, that is what the minister is claiming and alluding to, entering into a quid pro quo with the U.S., will be the same humanitarian grounds that these people would hold Ghana to ransom. And that is what is happening. We cannot, your studio, your station, your entire outfit cannot even speak to anything because you don't even know the content of the agreement. And Parliament is the representative of the people. And we have made mention severally, Article 75, so we made reference severally, that you bring the document to Parliament. Let Parliament look at the document. We are not saying that as minority, thinking that we are going to frustrate government. No. We were saying that because it will give everybody the opportunity to know the details of this arrangement. 2, it will serve as a precedent so that no government, no future government would hide under nomenclature. This is an MOU, this is a love letter, this is this is that, and hide under those nomenclatures and get the whole country into an arrangement with another country. This was our principle. This was our grounds and basis for requesting for the minister, for government to bring this document. Look, when Parliament reopened or resumed, we have filed questions, 3 different questions. The ranking member, Honorable Samabu Ejinapo, filed 3 questions. We are almost in the 5th week of Parliament. The minister has not been programmed to come and respond to some of these key critical issues. He himself has not voted to come and respond to these key critical issues. And we are still here. We are still here. It is not important to them. I mean, because they have majority, so they are taking everybody for a ride. No, but I mean, what can we do? We cannot do anything minority. We don't have the numbers. Ghanaians have given them the numbers. So they can choose to do what they want to do at what point and how. So this is the shame that this whole arrangement has got us into. This is the shame that we are facing, and this video is viral. Everybody is watching, and nobody knows. You cannot even speak to it because you don't even know the content of the agreement or arrangement we arrived with USA as a result of the quid pro quo arrangements.
You think this can spark any diplomatic feud between Ghana and Sierra Leone? Because I have seen a letter from the High Commissioner to Ghana, Sierra Leone High Commissioner to Ghana, demanding an immediate meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs on this particular incident. You think it could spark some diplomatic feud?
It was highly avoidable. Highly avoidable. But I don't blame the other nationals for officially wanting to. You see, they are being, of course, they are being diplomatic because this is so uncalled for. They are citizens, Nigerian citizens. He is saying he will not take his citizens. The Sierra Leone could have taken their citizens. Togo, other Africa, West African countries, they could have taken their own citizens. They didn't take their own citizens. You want to take their citizens for them. And when you take their citizens for them, you treat them anyhow. What is the point? And you see, most often than not, when these people have issues with ICE in the United States, they go for lawyers. So the lawyers take time to run through these issues at the courts in the States. And some of them largely wins the case with the States, the United States. So when you bring them to Ghana or when you take them out of the jurisdiction, it's a whole worry to them. In fact, you have caused a whole lot of discomfort to their whole legal marathon they are going with the United States. So most of their countries decide not to take them. And it has happened before. Ghana has rejected some of these deportees before in 2019. We've done that before. So what is the grounds? This Pan-Africanism, this humanitarian, ended up getting to know that it was nothing about Pan-Africanism, it was nothing about humanitarian, but it was a quid pro quo to the United States to reverse the visa arrangements. So, I mean, I don't know, but sincerely speaking, this is so distasteful, and we could have done better as a country. It's a diplomatic blender.
Thank you very much for your time. Nana Asafo Aye, Deputy Ranking on the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament and the Member of Parliament for the Bosomero constituency in the Ashanti region. This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra.
Now, more than 300 suspects have been arrested in a joint police and military operation in parts of the Ashanti region, including Dadrin, Obuasi Awana, and Obuasi Nshaeso. The crackdown follows the IGP's deployment of hundreds of officers on November 12 to boost security and maintain order. The Ghana Armed Forces and police have launched similar coordinated operations in the Ashanti, Volta, and Ahafo regions targeting persons believed to be part of recent recent attacks on NIMAS officials. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohuno, says the ongoing swoop is intended to quell a recent phenomenon of civilian attacks on personnel of the various security agencies and their offices. According to the IGP, all these suspects will be arraigned after a thorough screening exercise.
And then they are emboldened into such a situation that now they don't fear police, they don't fear military. You know, they feel that now they can just confront us. And if we allow this thing to go on in this country, then the time will come when there will be nobody to protect any citizen in terms of difficulty. So from the national security level, headed by the national security coordinator, the police and the military has launched a serious war on these miscreants who want always to break the law. And we had over 400 people arrested. They are bringing them to Kumasi and for screening, and possibly they will bring them to Accra here for screening.
You have the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohuno.
This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Go for a quick break. When we come back, we have business.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa, but to further details now. The Association of Ghana Industries wants government to use the upcoming 2026 budget to create stronger mechanisms for long-term financing to sustain Ghana's economic recovery and drive industrial growth. Speaking ahead of the budget presentation, AGI President Dr. Humphrey Eyim-Dake stressed that without long-term financing, economic sustainability could be undermined, noting that businesses require predictable access to credit to invest, expand, and create jobs. He also called on government to expedite the tax reform agenda, particularly the VAT system, which he described as a major obstacle for manufacturers due to distortions and cascading effects along the value chain. Away from that, the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters is suggesting increased investment in value addition to reduce post-harvest losses and ensure price stability across the agricultural value chain. The call follows growing reports of food gluts, with farmers struggling to sell surplus produce. President of the Federation, Davis Na Kobo, speaking to the media on the sidelines of the Absa Bank Export Advantage program, appealed to the government to introduce tax incentives for agribusinesses in the upcoming 2026 budget.
If we want to depend on the fresh produce, it becomes a problem. But if we add value, then we should be able to export. So once we add value and we have storage facilities, we are able to store and answer. Because recently, I think 3 days ago, we had the rice farmers and who embarked on a demonstration, which for me was peaceful and demonstration. And I think that the basic idea here is it's a policy issue where government or the banks could come in and say, look, we are financing aggregators to be able to mop up whatever excess we have in the field, mail it, store it, and maybe release it when during the lean season. So these are some of the things we are looking at. I think for me, value addition is a way to go now. Once we add value, it becomes premium, and we're able to extend the shelf life as well. I want to see incentives for our producers. That is what I want to see. Then tax reliefs again for the agribusiness industry.
You heard Davis Na Kobo, president of the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters. Meanwhile, head of trade and working capital at Absa Bank Ghana, Emmanuel Mensah, says the bank will continue leveraging data from the Export Advantage program to design financial solutions tailored to the needs of exporters.
The purpose of this forum or Export Advantage is to really partner with exporters, stakeholders within the exporting value chain, to really co-create solutions that will support the needs of these exporters and help ensure a bolstering of our exports as a country, which obviously has economic impact to the wider economy. So APSA is here to support exporters and ensuring that we co-create financing solutions that are tailored to their specific needs, and then also help them to grow their exports, which then also benefits the country as a whole. Financing is all an issue about how you price your risk. And we believe that this forum helps us to better understand the value chain of these exporters, work with them to have risk mitigants, which then lowers the risk to enable us give them competitive pricing.
Emmanuel Mensah is head of trade and working capital at APSA Bank Ghana. Now, government has assured industry players that all concerns regarding the implementation of the cylinder recirculation model or CRM will be resolved as the policy takes full effect. The assurance comes after the board chairman of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Gabriel Kumi, cautioned that the rollout of the CRM should not lead to the closure of existing LPG stations and related businesses. Speaking on behalf of the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapor, at the launch of the National Petroleum Authority's Consumer Week celebration, Deputy Minister Richard Jan Mensah said the ministry is in active discussions with stakeholders to ensure a smooth and inclusive transition.
The National LPG Promotion Program is complemented by the implementation of the cylinder recirculation model, which serves as the marketing and distribution vehicle for the LPG in this country. And I must acknowledge the COMAC Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies for the support to the cylinder recirculation model, and also acknowledge the concerns they have raised. I would assure them that the Minister is collaborating with all stakeholders in the LPG supply chain to ensure that no one is left out, and every teething challenge that we have with the policy will be addressed to serve the needed purpose. The cylinder recirculation model is crucial for several reasons. This model ensures that cylinders are filled in a controlled environment, thereby reducing the risks of accidents and ensuring that our cylinders meeting the highest safety requirements are in circulation for our consumer use.
Richard Jan Mensah is Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transition. Away from that, MTN Mobile Money says it will deepen its multifaceted approach to combat mobile money fraud as part of its strategy for 2026. This comes amid a surge in online fraud, which the Cybersecurity Authority reports rose to 4.4 million Ghana cedis in the first quarter of 2025, up from 2.4 million during the same period last year. Speaking to the media at a mobile money advocacy group capacity building workshop in Accra, CEO of Mobile Money, Shaibu Haruna, confirmed several interventions are already being implemented to strengthen these initiatives further next year and beyond.
We've embarked on a series of customer engagement initiative in the market already this year. We've used platforms like Shine Your Eye, which is a community-based engagement platform where we use drama and music to connect with customers, to disseminate information around safe financial practices. And beyond that, we've also amplified our voice in social media, and we have a lot of videos and skits around some of the fraud typology, and also heavily invested in radio communication around fraud. So it's a multi-faceted approach towards combating it, and we'll continue to invest in that regard.
You are the CEO of MTN Mobile Money, Shaibu Haruna. And that's all for this edition of Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa. But to fair up next is Point Blank.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, go me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protection protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go-go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you, the Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Experience the biggest blackout deals starting from 13th to 30th November at Milcom stores.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
You're welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, and this is Point Blank. Point Blank on Eyewitness News is brought to you by Valex Lease Equip Limited. Valex Lease affordable document management solutions. Tonight on Point Blank, we revisit the incident that happened at the Elwak Sports Stadium today, where some 6 individuals died during the military recruitment exercise. The issue dominated discussion in Parliament today. MP after MP took turns to address the House on what needs to be done to avoid such an incident happening again. Let's go to Parliament and hear the thoughts and opinions of members of Parliament on this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on the statement ably made by my colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I wish to first of all express my condolences to the bereaved families. It is really very painful to have our children to go for recruitment only for us to lose them. But I want us to all take solace in the Almighty Allah. There is nothing that happens that doesn't happen at the right time. This is what the Almighty Allah has ordained for them. Today is their day. No matter how, no matter what, no matter who was there, as what, even if we brought all the presidents of the world to sit there as ministers or whatsoever, once today is ordained for them to die, they will. And this is what has happened. Unless you don't believe in the oneness of God, unless you don't believe in the oneness of the Almighty Allah, it is not anybody who wanted them to die. There is no single officer there who wanted even one single soul to pass. Not even one person hoped and prayed that one person would die there. Let us understand that. If that were the wish of anybody, I haven't seen or thought of that person. Mr. Speaker, I appreciate what you have said. Let us work together. If there are mistakes, let us look into it. I've heard one of my colleagues saying that there are other recruitments to come on. Yes, that is true. It's a very big lesson, and we use the problems that have occurred or the mistakes that would have taken place, and we correct ourselves and forge ahead. We are sitting here, and most probably we might be talking and looking at it politically, with a political lens. But who knows those who have passed? Who knows whether they voted for NDC, MPP, PNC, or even they never voted? But here we are worried. We are not happy because we didn't wish them and we never thought of that. So let us be conscious of that. Let me appreciate the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for putting a halt to the activity at the Elwak Stadium. Mr. Speaker, I wish to suggest that whether now or in the future, decentralization should be properly done. It could even be done by districts, not regions, by districts. And if we can go down to the grassroots, it can even be by constituency. After all, they are all Ghanaians and they are our people. Rather than let people travel maybe from Pusiga to Accra, the Elwak Stadium, only to come and then die when nobody ever dreamt of it. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to call on all of us to stay united and then to talk and to note that we are a representative of everybody and not one particular person. And that when something like this happens, we should fight together, forge ahead, look at the best that will lead us on our way forward. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Honourable members, we will continue with the comments, and I had earlier on recognized him, so he will be the first to have.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I would like to express my sympathies to the bereaved families and also to the Ghana Armed Forces for such an event. Mr. Speaker, I believe that a lot of us have spoken on this matter, and I believe that it is time that our planning processes change for the recruitment of our young men into the national and the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. Speaker, this is not the first time we've heard of stampedes for this recruitment, and this one is a turning point. Mr. Speaker, I believe that, like Honorable Pusiga said, it is time that we decentralize to the grassroots, all the way to the constituencies. Mr. Speaker, this business of registration, all are new, all the time, should also stop. I believe that when people get into the system and they are qualified, we should have a gradual process of recruiting them over time. There's no point, Mr. Speaker, putting over 10,000 people or 5,000 people at a point, at just one point. There's no point. We can do it over a week and do, say, 1,000 at a time, 1,000 at a time, 1,000 at a time. Because when you put so many people together, even the potential for disease transmission is also very high. So even though we are there to actually recruit people, we actually be transmitting diseases to other persons. And I believe that it is time that we go back to the drawing board, relook at the whole system, and make sure that the recruitment we are doing into the Ghana Armed Forces do not look or seem as if we are punishing our young people. I mean, why is it that people want to serve this Ghana Armed Forces or the police, whatever, are always put under pressure? They are young people. We should let them know that they have a duty to serve this country. And when they want to serve, we should not be punishing them. Mr. Speaker, this also goes further to the issue about decent jobs for our young people. If over 30,000 people are trying to get into the Ghana Armed Forces, which might have just about 4,000 or 3,000 spaces per year, then it shows that there's a critical need to address the issue of employment. Mr. Speaker, I've looked at the statistics before. If you take the number of young people that go to school and end up in government positions, it's just about 5%. So clearly, we should know that the Plan A Ghanaians should be looking at all the time consistently should be about the private sector and entrepreneurship. Unfortunately, we tend to be educating our young people when they get to universities and start telling them that start looking to do something for yourself. I believe that it is time that we start doing that education right from primary school, so that by the time they get into secondary school, they've accustomed to the idea of doing something for themselves. Because the Ghana government cannot and can never employ everybody under the system. Mr. Speaker, I know that during the last election, the NDC, for instance, promised 24-hour economy, 1 job, 3 shifts, and 3 people. So people were looking up to the opportunity of getting employment. The MPP at that time also promised 4 million jobs for the young people.
Make
Mr.
sure
Speaker, I'm not
don't generate debate. Because where
Mr. Speaker,
you are going is
debate. I was talking about decent jobs.
Honorable member, you have to listen to me in silence.
Yes, please.
I'm just drawing your attention not to go beyond the line, to raise issues that will generate debate. Very simple guidance. You may go on.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the guidance. Mr. Speaker, the issue of decent jobs are issues that we need to address. And naturally, Mr. Speaker, there might be alternative views and alternative positions to that matter. But I wanted to draw the attention of the House to the fact that we need to work together, sit down together, and agree that if we are working with, say, 24-hour economy or the 4 million jobs position that the MPP said, how can we sit down and say, where do we draw the lines and where do we fix it, so that we can give opportunities to our young people to work? Because, Mr. Speaker, when more young people work, it increases the productivity of this country. It generates jobs and it creates prosperity for all Ghanaians. Because when money moves around, wealth is generated. So we should find new ways of making sure that every young person is occupied. Because if you don't get them occupied and always looking at one side, military, police, whatever, and they're also not getting their jobs in those places, Mr. Speaker, this stampede will continue to be problematic for us. We know that the recruitment of the into the Ghana Armed Forces or the police have always generated a lot of debate, even in this House. Sometimes we talk about political recruitment. Sometimes people think that the protocol they need to get, they've not gotten it. Somebody at the constituency thinks that this person has gone, I have not gone. No military person has actually happened in my house. Mr. Speaker, it creates a lot of frustration for our young people in this country. And I believe that since we are seeing this as a turning point, I would like to request the President to take the bull by the horn, since he is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. In the same way he has taken matters and stopped the work, he should also take responsibility for what has happened today and make sure that it doesn't happen again in this country. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, I try to support the makers of the statement for this wonderful position, and our sympathies to the families.
Please, the health dimension.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to comment on this statement. First of all, I would want to congratulate the makers of this statement and also to extend my heartfelt sympathies to the families involved. It's a very painful one, and I ask that we depoliticize this situation as much as possible. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I'm extremely disappointed in the armed forces. This is an entity, I think they failed in their risk assessment. They failed in their risk assessment. Mr. Speaker, you can choose to let people go, but when it comes to the security agencies, I don't think that we can let them go off risk assessment. They would have to let us know the implications and what they did before, because, Mr. Speaker, there's a surge, especially after elections, and therefore, what were they anticipating, and what measures did they put in place? I'm happy also to hear that the other regions are going on very well, and therefore, it means that, Mr. Speaker, we should know the way forward going with regards to these issues of screening. Now, I think that Ghana Armed Forces also failed to do what we call a public health need assessment for what they were going to do. I doubt if the Ministry of Health, or for that matter, the Ghana Health Service, have anything to do with this, because you are going to a field on a course that borders on public health issues, and I doubt if they have some sort of partnership with them. Mr. Speaker, again, in the House, when it gets to even budget, the quasi hospitals, Mr. Speaker, your committees, clearly we don't have a part to even assess the health institutions under these agencies. And very often than not, the health committee has a mandate to take care of all health institutions. But because these are quasi, today, if you ask for a briefing on the situation of the health status of those who are admitted, it will have to come from the Minister of Defense, who is not so strong at the issues of health. So, Mr. Speaker, I think your committee must be able to update you on this issue. And there again, maybe the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief, may have to appoint a substantive Minister of Defense. Our very good friend here is acting Defense and Finance. But we can't have one ministry, a casualty at the start of the year, and then also along the way. I mean, it's one too much for everybody. So probably this is the best time for the Commander-in-Chief to bring a Defense Minister. I humbly submit to the acting Defense Minister that, Minister, maybe in the compensation measure, we may want to look at the families involved graciously. There's nothing that you do that would appease them, but there is a way to get families have a sense of belonging and government being there for them. For those who died, for those who had some injuries, if there's a way that you can see them through and have a family to have some sort of replacement, the good people of this country will be extremely grateful. So, Mr. Speaker, I'll be very happy if the Minister of Defense will let us know in the other regions going forward what sort of measures are in place, that if any of this should happen at other places, and there is hope for the Ghanaian. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to add some comments to the statement ably made by my three colleagues, the Honorable Acting Minister of Defense, Honorable Dr. Atuban Fossen, Honorable Adam Bana, and then Honorable Minority Whip, Honorable Arnold Dompre. Mr. Speaker, I also want to thank the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business for varying or agreeing to vary the business of the day to incorporate this very important statement from the other side of the House. That demonstrates good leadership. It brings our democracy to another level, and it shows how important we are taking this issue that happened at LWAC in this House. Mr. Speaker, I want to plead that let the optics be right. Let the Ghanaian people out there see that we are mourning, and all of us are sad in our hearts. I was so sad when the heckling was gradually becoming noisy. And Mr. Speaker, thank you for bringing us back on track. We are mourning, and we should demonstrate to the Ghanaian people that we are very sad, and this should never happen again. Right Honorable Speaker, let me convey my condolences to the bereaved families. Life so young and lost too quickly. It is very sad. 9 p.m. yesterday night, people were at the Elwak Sports Stadium, hoping and praying that this morning they will be attended to, and their dream is to wear the green uniform to serve Mother Ghana. What happened is quite unfortunate. Mr. Speaker, changing crowd behavior over the years is worth studying. In the year 1990, if you have 10,000 people who have gathered for recruitment, and there are other opportunities available, their behavior would definitely be different from 2025, when you have over 22,000 people at a particular point, and they are so desperate and not believing that if they don't get this opportunity, there's anything anywhere for them. So I am saying, Mr. Speaker, that what happened at Elwak, we may blame everybody, blame ourselves, but the truth is that it has happened already. What are we learning from this incident? What can we learn? Decentralization for recruitment is very good. But, Mr. Speaker, as I tell you, if you look at the history, the police has a better record. The last time the police recruited, if you go to the police training school, over 4,000 people were handled in a day. How was it happening? At 6 o'clock, 500 people were invited. 8 o'clock in the morning, another 500. Within 2-hour interval, people were invited on daily basis. Gradually, you can deal with 2,000 people in a day without seeing a crowd. These are all best practices that we need to learn. And with the inclusion of technology, I am quite sure this is not a very difficult thing to do. We are all surprised that the crowd surged and became very violent to the point that they lost control, and we lost these 6 people. Mr. Speaker, I want to plead, and I thank the Minister for Defense, the Acting Minister for Defense, for halting the process in Accra. Let's caution all other commanders in the other recruitment centers that they should learn from what happened in Accra and ensure that the exercise becomes successful across the country. But what happened in Accra, as much as we are halting it, we appreciate it and we support the move, and gradually we will learn from best practices, and this recruitment exercise will still be very smooth. The numbers that are coming in the other security sector should not threaten us, because this is the best practice that we are learning, and I'm sure that when the police begin, or when the immigration starts, or when fire service comes on board, or when the prisons are recruiting, we will not see anything of this nature. With these few comments, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity.
Honorable members, I had to permit the Minister for Finance to go and try to complete the finishing touches for the budget for tomorrow. So if you saw him leave, he has left with my permission. I will take one more, and then we can proceed to do other business. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am very grateful. Mr. Speaker, I rise to comment on this statement as a young Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, as a young man that is seeing the challenges that is confronting this country. Mr. Speaker, as a tenterhook that we are sitting on as a country. And Mr. Speaker, to also join in professing some challenges, some solutions to the challenges that are bedeviling us. Mr. Speaker, these young Ghanaians left their various houses with some dreams. Mr. Speaker, the dream of serving their nation. But this dream, Mr. Speaker, ended up taking their lives. Their hopes were lost, and their dreams, Mr. Speaker, were shattered. Speaker, this is as a result of some recruitment failures we have all looked upon from time immemorial. Successive governments, Mr. Speaker, not just one government, successive governments. Mr. Speaker, you will be surprised how every young man, as soon as they complete secondary school, because the only thing they are looking forward to is to join the Ghana Armed Forces, join police, or join National Fire Service. or immigration. Mr. Speaker, this is as a result of security of jobs and the unavailability of jobs that are facing the young people of this country. Mr. Speaker, if it will surprise you to know that year in, year out,
Nana Safueje, a deputy ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee and a member of Parliament for the Bosomeon constituency in the Ashanti region. Ending that debate on the floor of Parliament, where members of Parliament made comments in respect of what happened today at the Elwak Sports Stadium. And this is how we draw the curtains on today's edition of Eyewitness News that came to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sami Wiafi. Earlier you heard Fafa Melody, show produced by Beverly Nanden and Kwabna Wilson, technical assistant Desmond Nyako. So we'll come your way again tomorrow. May the good Lord be with us all.
So that we will
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.